In this example, we have these values where instead of formatting them as currency, someone has typed USD before the numeric values. I can of course extract the values using the text after function, but when I add these using the sum function, I get a 0, as Excel does not recognize these extracted values as numbers. You can resolve this using 3 ways. Let's look at each one of those. The first method is using the double unary or double dash or double minus symbol. This method helps in converting numbers which appear as text into actual numbers. In this example, when we use the text after function, we get the values as 1000, 2000 and 3000. But these are read by Excel as text and not numbers. Therefore, when we apply the sum function, the values don't add up as they are not numbers. Now let's rewrite the formula sum, and before I provide the range, I will write dash twice, followed by the range which is C2 to C4, or we can write it as C2 hash as it is a dynamic array. Now this double unary converts the text into numbers and we get the sum as 6000. Alternatively, you can also convert the individual values into numbers. In the cell E2, I will write double dash C2 hash. And I get these values here. Now if I add them using the sum function, it works. Let's look at the next method. In this method, I'm just going to multiply the numbers with 1. So in the cell C8, sum C2 hash multiplied by 1. And we get the total as 6000. This also works on individual numbers. So if in the cell F2 I will write C2 hash multiplied by 1, I get these values. And if I total them up using the sum function, it works. And finally, on to our last method. Here I will use the function value sum value, and we will provide the value as C2 hash. Close the brackets and we get the sum. Like the other two operators, we can apply this to single value as well. In the cell G2, I will write value C2 hash and I get these values. If I add these now, the sum function works as expected. You can use either of the three options. However, I have explained all three as you may see sheets which contain any one of these. Now let's look at two more uses of double unary operator. We've seen it convert text to numeric values. Now let's use it to convert binary into numeric values. I have got these values here and I will test them if they are greater than 5. I will select the entire range and test for greater than 5. I get the result. Now to convert the binary values true and false into numbers, I will write double dash B2 hash. And I get the results in ones and zeros. And if I wanted to total these, I can just write a sum function. Double unary brackets A2 to A7 greater than 5, close the two brackets, and I get the value as 4. Of course, you can use the sumif or sumifs function here too. Let's move to the final use case. Here is a data extract from a company which pays the sales team for time worked on a project during the weekends. So we need to find out how much would we pay for these two employees as they have worked on the weekend. A quick calculation 2 multiplied by 10 is 20 and 4 multiplied by 10 is 40. So 20 plus 40, that is 60, is what we want to achieve. Let's get the result using the sum product function. To check if the employees from the sales team, we will write double unary brackets B2 to B6 is equal to sales, brackets close, and similarly we'll check for weekends. C2 to C6 is equal to true. These two conditions will now return 1 or 0. In case either the division is not sales or weekend is not true, then the operator will return 0, preventing it from being included in the total. Let's add the next two arrays D2 to D6 and E2 to E6. And that's it. We get the total as 60. Makes it pretty easy, isn't it? So that's how you use the double unary operator. Now in this video, I have used the hash operator a few times. If you're not familiar with when it works and when it does not, then I have a video for you. Hope you like it. Thanks for watching.